Hi, Stargazers. Thank you for being here, listening and watching. Today is Wednesday, March 25th. This video is coming out 2 days later. Thank you for your patience and your kindness. So, today the sun is in Aries and the moon is in Taurus. There's nothing really for me to report astrologically this week because everything is smooth. All of the transits are smooth. All of the planets are in direct forward motion. There are no retrogrades happening this week. So I'm just having a nice little spring week, spring morning. This morning I just planted a bunch of flowers. Let's see. We planted borage, calendula, marigolds, zinnias, some sunflowers, the mammoths. I love those big suckers, those Russian mammoths. Also, I planted some lavender. Thank you, Melissa. And I planted California poppies. And there's another one that I'm thinking of that I can't. Cosmos. The Cosmos. Planted a bunch of those. Just in a nice, beautiful flower garden. And I saved my seeds from the year before, so I planted a bunch of those from last year, like the borage. So we'll see what happens. So today, I just decided to go to one of my herbal decks and draw you a card. So I drew us a card today, Eucalyptus. So this is for the collective. This is for everyone that's watching, anyone that's interested, Eucalyptus. And that's great because now is the perfect time for Eucalyptus. And why? Because some people suffer from seasonal allergies, and I feel like I'm reading from a commercial, but honestly, it's true. Some people do have seasonal allergies. And it's the histamine that's rising up, the extra histamine in the body that's rising up. So you need natural antihistamines. So eucalyptus is a plant of, medicinal and magical proportions. Medicinally, eucalyptus is known to open the sinuses. It's a bronchial dilator. It's a light expectorant. It cleanses the respiratory system, and it's opening to the brain, relieving brain fog, helping memory as well, and magically and medicinally, it's good for cleansing negative energy out. Okay, so it's protective. So if you're feeling sick or have a lowered energy frequency, having some eucalyptus in your life will help you. So what can you do with eucalyptus? I would say if you have eucalyptus leaves at an herb shop or in your home or access or order some, you can do that. If you do not, which most people do not have that in their home, they have eucalyptus essential oil, you can use that. Put some on the bottom of your feet. Put some over the bottom of your toes. Your toes are where your sinuses, your head, your eyes, your brain, your ears, all of that in there. The bottom of your toes. And over the pads of your feet, the bottom of the pads, because that's where your lungs are. Your lung and your heart meridian, that Anahata chakra, that's your fourth chakra. Anahata is Sanskrit for, it's Indian for that fourth chakra. So eucalyptus, I used to go to Michael's when I lived in Boulder, and I would just get a bunch of these bundles of eucalyptus, and I would hang them from the shower. Some people do like to shower with herbs. Eucalyptus is pretty classic, I think, for that. In the Spanish traditions, we use herbs for cleansing the body physically and psychically, spiritually, a spiritual cleanse like Olympia, using herbs on the body to brush off and cleanse. You may have seen some of those things. I do those cleansings for myself and definitely for other people as well. So, when you have allergies, it's, taking a moment to inhale. You have itchy eyes, you have a running nose sometimes. It kind of puts a barrier between you and others. It's like, what am I allergic to? What's going on? But really the extra histamine, I would have nettles infusion because it has natural antihistamine properties. And in the spring, that's when you really want to get going on it. You want to start your infusions at the very first beginning of spring. And honestly, we really have had an early spring. Southwest, I'm sure you've seen it on the news or whatever, the Northwest is really snowy or cold. Like down here, it's warm and it has started warming up faster than it normally does. So, things are really blooming. And again, Mother Earth does not go by the calendar. She has her own heartbeat and her own consciousness, and she will wake up and move when she's ready. So she's ready now. So it's spring. So eucalyptus, I'm going to set this card up, but yeah, eucalyptus. And a nice tea blend would be for allergies would be like, 1 part nettles to maybe 1 part peppermint. Maybe 2 parts nettles to like, a half part of green tea. And when I say parts, that means a cup or a tablespoon, so you can measure it out easily. Just to help the body to acclimate to the extra pollen that is waking up from trees and plants right now. That will help you. Molds, funguses, all kinds of things. So, just clearing out. So that's what I would do. I would make myself a nice little tea blend. And when I say infusion, that means taking, a big quart jar and putting about a cup of herb in there and then filling it to the top, letting it sit for at least 4 hours. I'm currently doing that right now with some bananas. I have been feeding my roses banana water, and they love it. And I just put some on the garden for the flowers, some banana water. So yeah, bananas, just cut 1 in half, throw it in, a big water jug and let it sit overnight. And when you wake up in the morning, just take the banana out, throw it out, or give it to the, insect or whatever, I don't know. And, put it over the earth and your plants. So I've been watering plants with banana water. But yes, back to the nettles tea. So that's what you would do. And, the longer, the stronger. The longer that you infuse herbs, the stronger they get. So, the flavor will be stronger. And that's what I would do. So eucalyptus for everyone, which is a nice cleansing, protective, clearing, opening up, like I can see clearly now, I can breathe clearly now, I can think clearly now type of plant. So take advantage and make an offering to the earth this week for all of the plants that she grows for us and all of the gardens. Maybe write yourself a love note and bury it in your garden, Maybe create like a little altar, a little sanctuary. I saw a beautiful altar this morning that was just made out of rocks and stones outside. And they made like 2 rock pillars with like another natural piece of rock with like some sticks, like long twigs coming out, and with bird seeds and apples, so that the animals, in a bowl of water, so that the animals can come and have something to drink and something to eat while it's so hot. I definitely have a bowl of water out for the animals in the environment, the birds. So something to think about. Lots of spring projects to do, especially while we're taking it easy this week. And I hope that you have a blessed day. And I love you guys. Thank you for sharing these videos. Thank you for recommending. Thank you for liking, commenting. Honestly, if there's something that you want me to cover, I did get 1 email from one lady about the spiritual lesson behind the right knee pain. So send me some more questions or some more videos. If you want me to do a video about, astrological signs, something there, something with the planets, something with herbalism, something with the body and the healing and, spiritual lessons, let me know, and I will be getting them out to you. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for visiting healingheartherbs.com. You will see some prices lowered, some changes there for spring. And call me if you need anything at all. I will help you and I will be here for you. So I shall see you soon, and many blessings, guys. Bye.